Hey guys, welcome to my Project 3. I am doing it on the Governor's Lounge, and if you don't know what that is, it is located downtown on Adams Street, and it is the sister building or sister environment to the Governor's Club. The Governor's Club, if you're looking at the buildings, the Governor's Club's on the right, and the Governor's Lounge is on the left. It's a place where people can go and be social and mingle with other people, and I wrote my Project 2 on it because I have been blessed enough to be able to go in there because of my mother, who has a membership there. You can only get in if you have a membership or if you know someone who has a membership and they claim you as their guest. I wasn't able to do a full video on the Governor's Club like I would have liked to because of privacy issues and liabilities. They didn't want the senators or the representatives to be kind of on blast in a place where they feel comfortable, which is totally acceptable. It's totally fine. A little insight of it, I wrote on it because I am in the political world in Tallahassee and I go there almost every night. It's kind of an addition work environment for lobbyists, senators, and representatives. It's a social drinking environment is the best way I can explain it. It is a place where the work moves to the Governor's Club. It's an environment where you can be comfortable and talk about issues that are going on in session. If you don't know the political process, being in the lobbyist point of view, you only get about 15 minutes if you're lucky to talk to a senator or representative about your issue or about the issue at hand, whether you want them to vote for it or not vote for it. It is an awesome process to be a part of, but 15 minutes is not enough time to talk about issues that affect all Floridians in a massive or minor way. It just depends on the issue. So the Governor's Lounge gives everybody an opportunity to go in an environment, be social and be comfortable and talk about the issues at hand in a friend-to-friend basis. We don't really see, or I don't see, the representatives or senators as senators, representatives. I see them as friends, and especially at the Governor's Lounge, we're comfortable, we can joke about things, say things that are not in the public eye and that are not politically correct, because all senators have this persona that they have to give off, and no one likes to give off it all the time. It's kind of like, it's not a fake personality, but it's a very professional personality. So the Governor's Lounge gives everybody the chance to just relax and take a drink and talk about issues in a more in-depth place and a comfortable place where there's couches, there's chairs, there's a bar. It's a bachelor pad, I like to call it. The environment is a complete male-dominant environment. It's not uncomfortable for girls to go in it, but you can definitely notice that males do kind of run the entire area, but it's fun. I love the place. It's like my home away from home when I'm not at the Capitol or actually at home. So I have some footage where it's just pictures of the inside. I'll be talking through it and what everything is and what everything is located at. Again, I didn't have the ability to video people because of liability issues, and it's just this privacy thing. So I also have an interview that I talked to a senator about. I'm keeping his name private because it was a more friend-to-friend conversation, and it's not politically correct. It's a more friend interview talking about why he goes to the lounge after work and why he enjoys it so much and why it's the only place where you can drink every night and be socially acceptable. So let's just get started.
Okay, so let's get started. This is just a little overview of what the outside looks like. Has the frosted glass windows and the brick accents to the outside. It's just a common theme that the Governor's Club have. They really love their brick. Unfortunately, the porch does not go to the lounge. It only goes to the club, so either way. You can get to it if you're a member of the club. You can get to the lounge and you go to the porch. But yeah, that's just an overview. And the cars are sitting out there. There's usually always cars sitting out there because that's where the valet is located. So they usually stall out the cars right there before they take them to the public garage, which is Clayman Plaza, which is behind where the Governor's Club is located at. So yeah. And then this is just a zoomed in version of what the girl outside looks like. She usually is blocking the entrance, so you can't get past her unless you talk to her. This is where you would tell her your membership number and your last name, and then she writes it down in a book so they can charge you for your visit or what you drank at the club. And next one is just a overview of what you first see when you get to the club. It's a side angle of what you see when you get to the club. It was the best way to show you guys, but you can tell that you really do see the bar first off when you walk in. This really gives you a view of what it looks like during session. This was actually very, very quiet to what it usually looks like. Usually I probably wouldn't have gotten this picture of where I was sitting because there would be so many people. But there's a little side table and a mirror, and they usually have flowers everywhere, but they haven't really decorated for spring yet, so you can't really see the flowers. And yeah, to the left of the picture is where you see the middle bar. I'll talk about that later on, but that is where it starts. It starts like midway in between the lounge. And the next picture is the bar. I really wanted to show you guys how long the bar really is. It is quite long, and it is not a straight bar. It has this like little curve quality to it. Of course, there's the TVs, and they were watching SportsCenter has the Bachelor feel, so you have to have SportsCenter, of course. And you can really tell how much liquor they really do have. They have tons of it. They have all types. They have liquor, wine, beer. Cigars are somewhere in there. I'm not sure where they put the cigars in there, but the silver things on the bottom are refrigerators to have mixers and glasses that they clean all the time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then the next picture is a waitress. I wanted to show you guys how, the waitresses talk to the people and the people talk to the waitresses, and it just has that comfort feel to it. Behind her is the cigar box that I was talking about in my project 2. It is quite long, and it is filling up quite a lot compared to what I saw the last time, but the little gold plates have their names on it. And to the left of her is the fireplace that they heat when it's when it's cold, of course. And that usually is decorated, but for some reason they just didn't have any decorations up. But Christmas times, it's gorgeous. And that is where my favorite place is to sit. I didn't want to get the rest of it because there were people sitting there, and I wanted to keep their privacy. And so there are couches, big couches right there. And to the left of that is a piano, and then to the left of that is the entrance. So this is more of an in front of the club. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And to the right of her is the coat hanger it looks kind of weird, but that's a coat hanger. And that door goes to a private room. There was a meeting going on, and I wanted to keep their privacy, of course. So I didn't go in there, so maybe I can get that picture later on. But this is the middle bar that I was talking about earlier, and it is just a high-raised, high-top bar with the high-top chairs. It is quite close to the bar, so if you sit at the high tops and you sit at the bar, and someone sits at the bar, you can talk to them very easily. It's not like you're screaming at them. So that's pretty cool. And these are just chairs. And to the left of me was more couches and more chairs and more tables. And then this is the bathroom. I wanted to show the bathroom because I didn't really talk about it. I didn't really talk about it in my project 2, and I wanted to show you how clean it was and how neat they really do keep the lounge. They do keep the dark accents to the bathroom like they do in the club. Everything's usually pretty dark. Of But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then this is a view of the little tidy or little freshen up area, I like to call it. On the left is the mouthwash. In case your breath is a little stinky, you can freshen up your mouth, and then tissues and a mirror to freshen up what you look like. And I really wanted to show how pretty the brick was. I love the brick accent in the lounge. I think it's really pretty. It's really cool, rustic kind of feel, and it adds the whole dark bachelor pad feel. There are unfortunately 2 stalls, and there wasn't anybody in the bathroom when I was in there, which was quite shocking because there usually is a line due to the fact that there are only 2 stalls. But I got lucky that time. And let's just go on with the interview.
Okay, so the interview that I had with Senator Blank, to keep his name private, was a friend-to-friend conversation about why he goes to the Governor's Club and why he loves it so much. And most senators and representatives have a full-time membership, but they only go for the 3 months of session. They only have the ability to go the 3 months because session is 3 months out of the year, and they're not here all the time. They're either back at home or they're doing other things, fundraisers, campaigns, and whatnot. So when I talked to him, I got permission to say this, but he didn't want to be on camera, obviously, and his name wanted to be kept quiet. But I talked to him about I asked him why he likes to go and why it's comfortable for him to go and to talk to people who he may not get along with in the professional world. And he said that he loved the Governor's Club because it gives an opportunity to talk to people like my mom, who is a lobbyist, about issues in a more depth way. It gives him an opportunity to be comfortable and let his tie loose and not be judged on his positions that he is taking for certain issues. It's a no judgment zone. We don't judge on whether you want to take that position or not. Some people who go visit senators, representatives about certain issues don't agree with senators and representatives on whether they like it or don't like it. Every senator is different, every issue is different, every senator and representative is on a different committee, so they may not deal with things that other senators deal with. So it gives him an opportunity to just relax and talk to my mom or a lobbyist on a friend level that they once knew each other at. Most lobbyists and representatives were friends before. They were friends before they were elected, and they want to continue that conversation. And he also said that he enjoys the bachelor pad environment. I said that I thought this was a bachelor pad, and he giggled because it is. It is a very, very male dominant environment. Most representatives and senators are male, but there are some female, obviously, and he can just have a cigar or have bourbon or have wine, whatever he wants. And he also said it is the only time in his career and in his life where it is socially acceptable to drink every night and not be judged. Most everybody after session, most everybody gets done around 6 o'clock. It depends on the beginning of session or the end of session. The end of session usually goes later because there's more issues that they have to deal with, or there's certain things that come up. So they come there at 6, 7, 5 o'clock, wherever, and they can just drink, and they can drink every night if they want to, and their wives can't complain about it, and they can't be judged. So I thought that was funny because it is true. I mean, no one really complains about the fact that you were drinking every night and you're going to a bar every night and no one can say anything about it. Yes, they can, but I mean, everybody does it. It's not just the senators, representatives. And he said he is a lawyer outside of his representative title. So if he were to go home every night to his wife and kids and have a drink, or go to a bar every night, every day after kids, and heavily drink like most people do, then he would be judged. He would be an alcoholic. He would be irresponsible as a senator and representative. And that's not what it's like at the Governor's Club or the Governor's Lounge. It's comfortable. Sorry, I'm out of focus. He can just be himself. He can not have to worry about his kids. Obviously they always worry because they're his kids, but he's not at home and he can just relax, and it's a drink before the chaos starts the next day, and it's just let loose. And he loves talking to lobbyists on a more personal level. The 15 minutes that they're given on a day-to-day basis in their office is not enough. It's just not enough to talk about the issues and talk about things that can or cannot be said in a public figure's office. It's an awesome environment. He loves that he can get a cigar and he won't have to go to any other store and get it. There is a full cigar area. You can have your own cigar box, or they have cigars there for you. He loves that he can watch sports if he wants to, or if he can talk to his fellow colleagues about things. He can talk about his family. He can just be himself in an environment that not everybody gets to be a part of, and people who are a part of it don't judge him. So that was really cool talking to him. I know him on a personal level, but getting to know him and getting this interview on a senator level in the governor's lounge about the governor's lounge was really cool, because not everybody loves the place like I do, or my mom does, or senator did or does. It's his home away from home. He can be comfortable and be with his family or his political family and not be judged. So I thought that was really cool to talk to him, and I was really happy I got an interview with him. So yeah.